The man who was healed had no idea who it was, for Jesus had slipped away into the crowd that was there. John 5:13. Pretty sure this was just bibliomancy. I can't remember if there was any other reason right now. Actually reminded me a bit of Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, where Grandpa gets up out of the bed and starts dancing around. But I think part of the message of this passage was about Jesus working on the Sabbath and initially being persecuted by the Jews for doing so. But he said, my Father did his work, so I'll do my work. I'm sure there's more to it, but I'll probably look at that another time. This kind of just looks like a figure leaping over a pyramid mountain thing that I've drawn. In this case, there were a couple of blue splodges around the page, so I've done these sort of yellowy symbols. The figure looks like they've got the healing power of the sun in their hand and on their head. There's this blue bit off to the right-hand side. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it does look like a couple of people in bed with a really nice quilt over them. Maybe that's before and after. The fact that it's blue also makes me think of this idea of a riverbed, because people were going down to the river. This guy couldn't get into the river because he had no one to help him. The riverbed in mythology in Egypt was personified as Happy, a symbol of abundance and fertility, a plump man with a large belly. I know I'm drawing cross associations here, but that's what I like to do. This bit over to the side looks a bit like they're carrying like a seed pod under what could be an arm. So that seed is like fertility, renewal, growth, and also possibly could be a reference to nut. The left leg looks like there's a figure there in the foot kind of area, which possibly is female only because it looks like it's got a long dress on, but other people can wear dresses too. Behind that blue bit that I mentioned earlier, there's like this figure here with perhaps the sun above their head, but that could be a water pot, but that doesn't look like a depiction of Newt. I don't know if there were other figures that had symbols above their head like that in Egyptian times. I'm intrigued by this idea of the river and the water being the source of the healing, that somehow Jesus, by being next to it, was able to channel that power through speech. I could really do with some of that power right now for my sinuses. Thanks for listening, and please like and subscribe. And that's the last one for today.